4 rounds in the books. Five actually. Wow, it's going back so fast. 3 more rounds to go, and then it'll be for day 2. But right now, we have 2 awesome duelists who'll be right here to play for you guys today in our feature match, round number 6. We have the Romanian national champion, Emilian Vama. Come on in. Nice to meet you, buddy. Nice to meet you. What do you think of the event so far? You being national champion, you just told me a minute ago that this is your first YCS in London. Not your first YCS in total, but in London. What do you think of the experience so far? Come in closer, come in closer.
I'm really enjoying the city and this event. I really like that it's done in the Comic-Con, and this is a good occasion to see everything here.
So you've been kind of enjoying the sights and the views and enjoying the experience of meeting duelists from all across the world, enjoying the love of the game, a love of the sport. And have you been able to have any really decent duels so far, actually?
Decent?
Duels.
Yes, I enjoyed a lot the duels I made until now, so I hope this will be too.
Okay, so the deck you brought today, do you think that's probably something you'll be instantly making into day 2, probably actually might be able to clinch out a win in this tournament, or you're not too sure?
I think it depends on the player's skill.
So it's a skill-intensive deck. You need to have a bit of a big brain to kind of pilot it then. Well, thank you for talking to me. Have a seat. And bringing on the second duelist, all the way from Greece, Maragos, Dimitris. Dimitris, right? Okay. No, come on. This is your first YSS in general, or is like...
No. I've been in YSS since 2017. It's my first time in London.
Okay, so just like Emilian, it's also your first time here as well. Like, what do you think of the venue so far? What do you think of the tournament?
The tournament's fine. Like, it's amazing. Really, I really like it so far.
You seem a bit nervous. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous.
No, calm down. You're just playing a bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! You're gonna have a bit of fun. Take a seat, man. I hope you enjoyed the duel. So while the players are getting ready, I'm sure ready for this duel to get on the way. I'll head you off to our castles for this round. Stephen Jacobs and Marcello Barberi.
Welcome to Round 6 of YCS London. It's good to be back with you guys, and we have a treat this time.
Yeah.
So if you have been watching all of the stream in the past months, and even not in the past years actually, you might know Emilian. As JJ was introducing, you know that he is the current Romanian national champion, but a familiar face from the European Championship of this year. We saw him on the bubble playing Nekroz. A very, very odd choice, and something that he actually won his national championship with, so very impressive.
Yep.
And now there was a new Forbidden Limited list, Shurit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Shurit at 3. So I'm not really sure. We don't have the list yet if Emilian is really running the 3 Shurit. It might be a bit iffy because they still only have 1 Unicorn, and that's like one of the best, if not the best cards in Nekroz. But I'm excited for this one.
Absolutely, because as you can see, we had previously Jack Verma with the Altergeist deck. As we were saying, he had a lot of success, also national champion in the same year, keeping the updates with his deck. Emilian, same thing, always playing Nekroz, always adapting to new cards, new strategies, and once more he found a way of using this deck. When we saw him in action last time at the European Championship, it was on the bubble, but unfortunately, it was an heartbreaking moment, because I remember he banished all of his heralds with the extravagance, which would have completely changed the game if that didn't happen, and the percentage is so ridiculously low. What do you think of his deck list right now? There are a few changes, but we can now take a look at it.
I remember, he's very, at least, the thing is that I did 2 profiles already from Emilian, from previous YCSs, and he always main decked the small Angel Benten and the Vanity's Ruler, right? To immediately search Vanity's Ruler and tribute summon for the incantations and pretty much block your opponent from special summoning, while you can still special summon. But let's see.
He's still playing those
he's still
two,
playing
so
it. Yeah, it's
really.
pretty much a staple combo, right?
Yeah, again, the I think was he always playing the super polymerizations in the main deck?
No, I think that's new. That's new.
That might be new because now he's maining the evenly, which I remember you already did in the past.
Yep.
But it's a very interesting deck because when he goes first, I think in general you're very happy to go second because Nekroz was always made to be basically a go second deck, and with evenly and super poly, you're basically set for every deck in the format.
Exactly, and if you can evenly or something or super poly and followed up with Trishula,
that's game
so
over. But at the same time, if you play against experienced players, as Emilian in the intro was saying, they let you go first. Then you have the Ben 10 and the Vanity Ruler, which I think against most decks, it's either you see the impermanence or that's it. So.
Yeah.
If our players are ready, we will soon go there, but they are still checking off first the ends. Do you think the die rolls matters here? His opponent is on Orcust, so probably the most popular deck this weekend.
Pretty much, yeah. So let's. He's playing the pure Orcust, I think, on the first side.
Seems like very similar to what Raphael was using last round.
Right. He's playing triple instant fusion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is basically a win condition because it is both an extender and they use it going second with the 1000 Knights, but now that the combos are slightly worse, you can make it with Winda and basically have a very win condition that's kind of similar to the Vanity Ruler from Emilian.
Yeah.
Anyway, now our players are ready, so let's just jump into the table because action is up. Okay, let's take a look at these ends. It seems like Dimitris won the die roll, so...
Right. So that's already the one card. And Instant Fusion as well.
Okay. Instant Fusion that unfortunately doesn't have any other extenders, so the Winda is gonna be used to make the Galatea. And I don't really like the rest of his end, though.
Yeah, the Cosmic Cyclone doesn't really seem too strong against Nekroz.
It seems very, very shaky, honestly. Like, the Cosmic doesn't do anything.
Yeah. We see the Ash Blossom, so that's already an instant out for the pot of of Extravagance.
But I think he's done, and that's very, very bad of an opening. I think Emilian can be super happy, and he will play this. Something that I noticed from Emilian, he's so fast.
Yeah.
Let's see. So the Ash Blossom is gonna hurt, but he has the Cold Body Grave for it. Hopefully he won't banish those heralds again, please.
He should play, I think, 3, right? Like heralds in the extra deck?
He does play 3, and please let's not banish them again, because twice in a row on stream would be very bad. Okay, he picks up some incantation, and you can see he's like going full speed. Now even the evenly matched is picked up. Nice.
That's one of those things when they are going so fast, it's just a tell that they know the deck in and out. They're so experienced with their choice.
I'm pretty sure you could put a blindfold on him right now and he will still be able to combo off. So, explaining, of course, to his opponent the cards. If some of the previous matchups, like Altergeist of Paleo, weren't the most popular, Nekroz is probably in the even lesser.
So now you can search a ritual monster. You see the clauseless, searching like a ritual spell. It has been quite a while, right? Like Nekroz.
Absolutely. It is one of the decks that I think most people are either that or Dragon Ruler. I feel like the most popular decks around. Like everyone enjoyed it back then. So
even though it was like a tier 0 format, pretty much. Like most players were playing Nekroz
because I think outside of the Jin, which was very annoying for most players, it is considered one of the most skillful ones. So, and you also played like kind of back and forth. There was no auto win, like and impressive.
The one of Unicorn immediately negating the Nigirsu. So there is the Benten. Does he have the option to go for the Vanity's Ruler as well? Yep, I think so.
Let's check. He also has quite a few options here, because like he didn't even think about the evenly matched, which means that he might just go for a game to me, because otherwise I think you always consider it. And I think that's it. This is very impressive by Emilian. Like playing lightning speed fast and still ending up with an impressive board with the Vanity Ruler that is just gonna completely shut down his opponent. And yeah, that's always impressive. And finally we get to see why Emilian is doing that well. Yeah, and that's
Right.
it. Wow,
Yeah.
what a fast one.
Right, the instant fusion, the 1000 of the instant fusion payment. Yeah.
The super polymerization was also there for possible additional damage, so impressive first turn. But as you can see, on top of Dimitris' deck, he has a lot of side deck cards for this matchup. The Eradicator on top of them being one of the best ones.
Right.
Even back in the day, they could play it, and even back in ruler format, like when you have Spellbook and Evil Swarm, that was one of the best cards. And Nekroz is mostly spells, so...
Yeah, we see the double trap trick as well on Dimitris' part. So 2 trap trick, 2 Eradicator. As for the rest, I don't see any cards he would get in there. Maybe.
I think because the Sanctums with the Lancia are actually quite good. You prevent the Trishula, so it depends what your opponent is doing. For example, doing this combo, I don't think he banished much, so...
Yeah, exactly.
For Emilian, though, is he really gonna side the match? I think this matchup is already quite good. Possibly a few more entrops.
Yeah. Sanctum sides. Cosmic Cyclone, Impermanence, Nibiru as well.
Yeah, they're all like decent, but nothing too outstanding. I would say that if he has decided to play this deck, it is because Orcust, the most represented one, is a favorable matchup, I would say.
Yeah.
And even though Dimitris' opening was very weak, he still found a way. And let's see who's gonna take it here.
Yeah, and the thing is that does he have enough main deck space to incorporate like the answers we just mentioned? Like Nekroz is a very combo-based deck because of your ritual spell, your ritual monster, your searches, your combo pieces. So you don't want to dedicate too many spots or main deck spots to potential.
That's a very important thing you just mentioned, and one of the main mistakes I see in like non-experienced players when you overside.
Right.
So you really have to be careful, especially in combo decks. And Nekroz is very explosive, very consistent, but also quite fragile. And you don't want to mess with the flow, let's say.
Yeah.
Do you think there is any chance that Dimitris picks a second, though?
Interesting one. I think, well, yeah. The thing is that if he goes second, he, I guess, needs to hope that Emilian doesn't open with the Vanity's ruler.
Because he did see the ruler,
Yeah.
so maybe he's too scared to do that.
Seems...
At the same time, this you gotta actually take into consideration the fact that incantations are now among the best cards in ritual decks, and the Eradicator is actually very weak against those. If, for example, Dimitris opened it, he would only discard a card from Emilian end, which is huge.
Yeah, you can easily recover thanks to your incantations.
Yeah.
And the thing is that, and that's one of the questions I asked Emilian as well, is that personally I'm a huge like fan of incorporating Megazaborg in Nekroz to, let's say, well, preferably of course going first, the incantations on your side of the field, tribute summon for Megazaborg, pop itself, destroy itself, and then, you know, send Antis, send Herald, and get all of those searches.
Yeah.
Like, if you can do that, it should be pretty much game for you. But as Emilian also mentioned in his profile, it's like, okay, it's like a high win, high risk, you know,
high reward.
High reward, yeah, indeed. So that's one the biggest reason why he's not main.
Yeah, I guess against the current decks, the Vanity Ruler is probably just better, and since you can search it, it makes sense that he did choose that. But it is definitely an option because it's very cool that you can send the Heralds and the either the outer entity, just like the Infernoid deck does.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, a much better hand than game one for Dimitris, and there are no entrops in Emilian's deck almost, so it will be unmatched. And the Ash Blossom plus... Okay, he doesn't go for Crescendo though, that's interesting. He wants to fish for more cards, maybe those side-decked Eradicators.
Probably, yeah.
Because he has the trap trick too, to search for them. So I'm thinking he really
there was
wants
the trap trick. Yeah, he drew it.
Also, very well played in this case by Dimitris. Sometimes you just know what your deck is supposed to do, and you can take the risk of drawing cards rather than relying on Crescendo, because you know you have a decent chance of getting one of them.
And yeah, the fact that Nekroz is such a very strong surge deck, and that makes it quite iffy if you maybe have only one negation, being the Crescendo. Like, when should you activate the Crescendo? Is it like on the normal summon of Manju or Senju, or maybe on the first ritual spell card? It feels iffy. So
it's not too easy, and the question here is, will Dimitris shotgun the Eradicator?
Yeah.
Because he could get punished here, and yet another monster for Emilian. I think Dimitris is just gonna flip it, and he's not gonna be happy. There is only one spell in Emilian's deck at the moment, in Emilian's hand.
Yeah.
Wow. Gotta feel bad for Dimitris, though. Like, very unlikely, like with Emilian's deck having almost 20 spells, like opening only one. You can see Emilian being sure.
Yeah, Galedo. So he
Wow.
hard opened Vanity's Ruler. He has the. Can he drop one of the incantations? Not really sure.
Yeah, because the ritual, right? You can discard and just go for it. At the same time, the Ash Blossom is there.
Of course, yeah.
It would be cool. Like, without the Ash Blossom, Dimitris probably would have been done here. Maybe with the Ash Blossom he can stay, but I think Emilian might be able to do it, because if you just drop the Vanity Ruler, how do you out it?
Exactly, and that's the thing. Like, if you look at the side deck, outside maybe Impermanence maybe?
Yeah, but I think that's about it in his deck. Like, what else can you do?
Yeah.
I don't see any other out, and did he even keep those in?
Mind Control maybe, to take control, and then you can...
yeah. That's probably about it, but
that's pretty much it.
Do you keep Mind Control going first? I don't really think so. And the Ash Blossom here is pretty much useless, because okay, the Orochi, the Gizmet come down, but it's still 50 attack points lower than Vanity, I believe, right? Because I think Vanity is 2500.
2450 or 2500?
Yeah,
that's
so
possible.
50 more. And that's all you need, to be fair.
So the Valkyrus in hand still has the Chalice Slime as well.
Let's check.
He's going for the Tribute Summon. Yeah, okay. So yeah, now it's just, Dimitris has to top deck. I mean, if you look at his hand, Foolish Burial and Scrappy Cycler, that's not enough. He needs
I
to
don't
top
really
deck.
see it. Oh my god, he gets it! Oh wow!
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Oh, that keeps him. And Emilian doesn't. He has like no hand traps, right?
Yeah.
Nothing to interrupt the potential Orcust follow-up.
He even banished it, so wow, what a pickup. That's crazy.
If he wins this duel because of this,
yeah, I mean,
amazing.
That's Yu-Gi-Oh!
The shenanigans is real.
Wow. Yeah. It seems like he's gonna go for it, because now at this point you can easily go for like the Borders Word OTK, and what a draw. That's unbelievably. Yeah.
He does have. Does he have Valkyrus in hand?
Does,
or was it the previous duel?
Does he have any Nekroz in?
Yeah, that's the
grave? Let me check.
Can't remember.
He does have the Calais, though, but yeah, I don't think he does have the Valkyries in his hand.
Yeah. So it could potential survivor turn, but what after that, right?
Because like, did Valkyries only banish the Masters, right? Or could
I think it's any Nekroz card.
Because then you could use it. Of course, I'm lacking some memory about those cards, but
it has been quite a while, yeah.
Yeah, let me check real quick.
Yeah. So we see a return for some extra draws.
Oh yeah, it says any card, so he does have the Valkyries. So you're right. At the same time, let's see. If Dimitris gets greedy, maybe there is a chance he can keep the Vanities, but it's looking tough for Emilian. But you gotta feel bad for him. Like,
Was that double Ash Blossom he drew?
Yeah, Ash for sure. And I think there were about 30 cards in his deck. Literally, like 2 of them were impermanents, and anything else would have been just game.
Yes.
Wow. Sometimes it happens.
It's Bombard. Okay.
Yeah.
So getting in for some damage.
Yeah, puts in some damage. Nothing too impressive
No,
though.
no.
But kind of underwhelming, to be fair. Let's see if he can recover in Memphis too, because I feel like he could have pushed a lot more. Because like if he just passed here, that
Yeah, that's the thing. He went for return again for the extra
Yeah.
draws. He might.
I think he got too greedy at this point. Because like I understood it last turn, where you think, okay, Eradicator or Trap Trick might just win me the game, but now what was he drawing? Now, yeah, of course, Emilian is not crazy. He is still revealing for the Eradicator, and he once more misses the spells, which is ridiculous at some point.
Now he does have some options, right? So he could like discard the Chalice Slime, and I think you can special summon an incantation from your deck, or
Yeah, you can special summon it one from your deck, which means that you can either get the spell or the monster one. Definitely not over yet. The Ash Blossom might be too much.
he does have 2 potential searches, right? With that's Candle. Is it Candle or?
This one, I think, is the Talismandra.
Ah, Talismandra. Right.
Yeah, but he's probably
right.
gonna look for the candle.
Right.
And I'm still wondering, like, how did Dimitris end up in this spot? Like, I was completely sure he was gonna go just for game, or
Yeah.
very unfortunate.
Well, the thing is that again maybe he thought that Emilian had the Valkyrus, so getting the extra draws, hopefully drawing into some
But
protection.
even if you don't want to go for Boris, then I feel like you go for Crescendo every time.
Right. Yeah.
Like you just shut down one more. I don't know. Let's just see this, and the Ash Blossom prevents the spell from being add to Emilian. You can see he's kind of disappointed look on his face, and you can't blame him. Honestly, I don't want to jinx him for him, but maybe the future match really does have a bad luck for him.
Yeah.
Back at the European Championship, he banished all of the Herald. Now his opponent top decks the only out to the Vanity Ruler, but at least luckily there is a difference here because he's the one leading. So regardless, we will see a game 3 if this is over here.
So another search? No targets left, right?
Yeah, more draws. He really likes to draw with his return.
Crescendo might have been banished. That's
possible.
That might have been the reason why he didn't search it earlier.
Yeah.
Or he's running. He's only running 1 copy, so.
Sure. But even the Babel, he has a few targets, but maybe they're all gone. That's might be an unfortunate option for him. Yeah. The Wand is there once more.
So it's not looking too good for Emilia. Again, he has the Falcon hand, Valkyrus, but okay, he could stop an attack, maybe let his opponent like overextend in some way.
Yeah, but especially with Nekroz, you really need a lot of cards. Sure, you have the preparations, which are also very good, and he didn't draw any of them yet. But now he's just gonna pray that this Valkyrus can carry the game.
What could he top deck? Maybe.
I think it has to be like one of those series of spells, but the problem is he can't draw spells because I think there is one more remaining turn. Like the best would have probably been Extravagance into some preparations, but all of those cards are spells, and the more cards he goes through in his deck, the higher the chance of drawing a spell is.
Right.
So I don't really see a line here, because even Super Polymerization would just be discarded. You can't activate it before. So.
Okay, Bomber.
Bomber also very interesting here, because those implantation aren't really that scary at this time.
Yeah, again, even without the field spell. So no field spell, and he still goes for Bomber. Was it just like he needed the link for, or is there more behind going for Topologic? He does top deck into a Unicorn, So he could get something back from the graveyard if he needed to. He still has a Chalice Slime for the search.
I guess, yeah, but I don't know why you would go for it against Nekroz particularly, but to be fair, he gets lucky once more with those Eradicators search. It's unbelievable that only one card was discarded, and now he does have a chance. Maybe the Lancia will be too much, but
Finally searching the ritual spell, or
it's
one of the
gonna be
ritual
a
spells.
close one, yeah. Yeah, finally he gets his spell at least. And the Unicorn can shut down the Bomber, potentially. So
He still needs to attack or find a way to attack over it, right?
yeah. But I guess,
Cycle?
okay, Cycle, interesting.
Does he have a Brionne? No, it doesn't have Brionne in grave, right?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, very interesting ad here. Okay, Gizmek is used so that he is gonna basically nuke the entire board.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that's too bad. I actually think that might be good for Vama because now he could have used the mirror engrave.
Exactly.
Do you think that was
Exactly. That's something that Dimitris might have overlooked.
Yeah.
Now that Emilian is not controlling any cards.
Wouldn't that have been actually better than just discarding the Unicorn? Like, if he banished that and Valkyrios to get the Kaleido and then just go for Kaleido Unicorn and try to push.
Right.
I think that might have been better. Let's see. Okay, then he just passed.
He passes, yeah.
I guess desperation mode is on. He just gets back to Valkyrios, so he has one more threatening roar, let's say. And yeah.
Lancia. He does have Lancia.
Yeah,
So-
but unfortunately you cannot use it during your own turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just gonna try and stay alive here. Only 800 life points, it seems. But okay, Bomber is gone. Do you see any card that could have been drawn? I think now, though, the virus is over.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so an extravagance if he does have some extra deck cards left.
So now maybe it's the time, but that would be like I would be so
It would be on the
pissed,
same level
yeah.
as the top deck of Impermanence earlier.
Yeah, because to be fair, like 3 rounds he doesn't draw any spell.
Oh no, a Brionne deck. Okay,
It looked like that. Okay, that's not bad though. We might have a game on our end still, because if you get the Shurit, you can do a few things with the Bryonic, right? You just get the Shurit, then you tribute it, and you get Bryonic, bounce Galatea. You can play, like, and nothing too amazing, but you can play. So maybe there is still a chance, and you gotta think, sure, double Valkyries was there, but could he really not have done more? For Dimitris at least. Okay, so once more the Incantation MVP by far of the day. And here it seems like Vama is really gonna start things back.
That's the thing about incantations, is that they make basically any ritual deck. It's very generic. You can splash it in basically any ritual deck and it makes your deck much better and much more consistent and faster.
Oh wait, but he doesn't play Shurit at all. I just realized
in the main deck.
He doesn't even care about the new Forbidden Limited list. No Shurit anywhere. I just realized that, which is very interesting.
That's an interesting one, yeah.
Like not even the one copy, like Shurit here would have been really good.
And we see he's playing the double Trishula in the main deck.
Yeah.
So you might want to think, okay, an easy Trishula if you can sacrifice your Shurit.
Yeah, maybe one would have been cool. Here it would have been absolutely broken. But he decides to go for Clausulus instead. And a very unfortunate draw from Dimitris. But what year is this? Literally, like Nekroz still being a top contender in London with a very good chance, both undefeated players. Very, very nice match at the moment. So Clausulas, for everyone, of course, forgetting. We can't blame you guys. It has a quick effect where it changes an attack of an extra deck monster to 0, and then it negates the effect, which is very powerful. You can use it during the damage step as well, so not a card to be looked over, but since Dingirsu is coming from the graveyard instead, it will deal with it quite easily. Is this finally enough?
Still has the Valkyrs.
The third Valkyrs comes down and still keeping.
Top deck extra.
Can he gets it? Oh,
no.
wow.
Yeah,
Quite an unfortunate pickup.
Yeah, the impermanence, man. If Emilia hears that, or hears that
he top decked
Dimitris top decked the impermanence. Oh,
but
man.
we are still 1-1, both with their dreams and hopes alive. And to be fair, like even though Emilian was slightly lucky in not drawing spell for 3 turns. Imagine here, he had 2 turns in which, if he would have drawn Extravagance, the preparations, I think he would have won.
Yeah.
Which is strange.
Would he now go first? Since now he has the information that his opponent is playing the Eradicator engine, the Trap Trick and Eradicator, should you as a Nekroz player go first?
I think you can, just because he's of his side deck. So he has the Sanctum, which completely shut down Dimitris' turn. So I would be surprised if he picks second, but at the same time, you can always mind game your opponent. So I think he's gonna go first. That's my guess. Let's say you just side out the evenly. If you put in the Sanctums, and you're good to go. And it seems like that's what he's doing by taking a look at his side. Yeah, Sanctums come down, so he's gonna go first, and hopefully will now be able to resolve his Nekroz combos.
It's a good one. At least personally, I did not expect to see Nekroz, but well, if I would see Nekroz, it would definitely be from Emilia himself. So it's a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be fair, in such a wide format, if you pack it with cards like Evenly, Retribute, it can really be annoying for the control decks as well. Like you can completely blow out Sky Striker, for example. Just banishing the raid, engage in hand, and something from the field. So,
especially now with only 1 Widow Anchor.
Absolutely, and still being able to play cards like Danko Sekka and a lot of really powerhouse options for Nekroz. So something that every one of you guys watching, maybe you can go back and take a look at those cards that might have some dust on them. They're still usable. So. Let's see these opening hands. Is he gonna pick up the Sanctum? It all comes down to these 5 cards.
Yeah, best case scenario, we see an Extravagance.
And I think the Sanctum is there. I'm pretty sure he does have it. So
it's a trap card, yeah.
That's huge. Super Polymerization as well. And Extravagance, this one is amazing.
Wow. Yeah.
Even though it's not like a Nekroz sand, you know, it's still a lot of very powerful cards. And does he have an Ash Blossom? He does. For the 3rd time in a row, he opens the Ash Blossom, which changes a lot.
He opens Trishula though. That's
yeah.
It's not fantastic.
So Dimitris is always opening this Ash, and it will slow down significantly Emilian. So.
We see 1 Herald.
Hopefully not punishing all of the Heralds once more.
Now he's actually checking the cards. I remember when I did this profile, he was like, or when he made
He didn't check them. He didn't check them. That was the worst part.
That was the thing.
Because he could have played it differently,
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, now he's just gonna be forced to Saturn pass. Not the end of the world just because he has the Sanctum, but still not what you want to be doing as Nekroz. So. At the same time, though, if the Sanctum, I was just thinking about it now, it's actually better than in other decks, because if you stop your opponent, they're still going to have some cards on the field, which means that you can Trishula them afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
That can be quite a big deal. So he's going to wait probably now, once the Nightmare or the Symbol are going to come down. And are you surprised that Dimitris kept those Call by the Grave in?
Might be in. Yeah. Well.
Yeah,
it's a hard one.
It's tough.
Yeah. It's the same as our first feature match with against the Toads.
Yeah. It's definitely one of those. But maybe it's also a thing that you're not prepared for Nekroz. So let's be honest.
Yeah, true.
You're not gonna have a lot of experience and a lot of side deck cards. So the side comes down, shutting down Dimitris. Not as effective as the Vanity Ruler, but one turn might be good enough.
Might be enough. Yep.
Because here, once more, if he picks up something like a Bryonak or a Preparation. Preparation is picked up. That's huge. So
okay.
Now I don't even think. Dimitris doesn't have any response because his hand traps are gone, and Preparation is picked up. This is gonna be amazing. Unless he banished a lot with them, he can go off here. Finally, we're getting to see some of
some Nekroz,
Nekroz
shenanigans.
Yes, I was waiting for that. I was giving it to you on a silver platter, kind of.
Oh, it's such a strong card.
Ooh, but that's true. He goes for the Bryonak, and the Cold by the Grave shuts it down, which again gonna be very bad for Emilian. For a moment I thought he was gonna go for the Incantation, which couldn't have been negated, but now I think it's one more time looking bad.
That's the thing with Nekroz. I mean, I've played it a couple of times before, and it's getting hard countered by easy main deck cards like Ash Blossom and Call by the Grave. Like those are too easy, and basically everyone is main decking those or side decking those cards.
Yeah, and that's now the answer of why Dimitris kept those in. Surely they are usually way worse once you go further with the match, but in this specific end, Emilian couldn't get things going, and I think it looks like Emilian might lose yet another future match for us. Very unfortunate, but let's remember that the super polymerization is still there, so open possibility. When do you think he would try to do it? It's tough again, because you can't wait too much, because if he goes for like the return once more, and we saw how much he loves the return.
He's playing 3 off in the main deck.
Exactly. Let's
mind control. He's going to use mind control.
Okay, mind control doesn't really do much here, to be fair, but so the Galatea is used, and I mean, there was not much you could do, because at that point, if you just super poly before, then you just symbol it back. So it makes sense to wait here, but just how long can you wait? Mind control. Also, it's worth mentioning that there is not only Starving Venom available to players right now. The new Paradaplan card allows you to special summon by using 3 Dark Masters Armor Material, which I'm not sure if he's playing. We can check, but there is a good chance he does. I think I read Paradaplan, but I think it is the Dragos Pele, which is the other one.
Yeah, the other one. No.
So he's not using it, but that's also an option. And I saw a lot of players that are starting to pick it up, because against Thunder Dragon and Orcust, there are a few scenarios in which they leave 3 monsters on the field. Even Lunalight, when they try to go for Curious, it's a really good spot to do it. So
then again, there is a chance of maybe banishing it off of Extravagant, so that's the small danger, I guess.
Yeah.
The small price you pay because of
here, maybe waiting is going to be really good, because you can use the Super Poly on Boris Word.
Right, yeah.
That can be huge.
There's a Gizmek.
So especially depending on the order. So Gizmek comes down, and Super Polymerization is going to come down as well. So still open for... Still in it.
He should top deck something, right? I mean, his opponent,
let's hope so. And here is the super polymerization. It comes down.
The crowd
you
is
can
cheering.
See the crowd. You can know which one is the crowd favorite. And now Starving Venom comes down. Wow, Dimitris cannot believe this. Last game, it needed him like so many turns to win it through triple Valkyries, and now again flashbacks. He cannot win this easily. Like, it always has to be complicated, and yeah. So Memphis 2 symbol gets back Galatea, but once more he's left with not many responses, and Cold by the Grave is his only option.
Yeah.
Can we see another extravagance preparation getting picked up? Let's see.
Yeah, it needs to top deck. I mean, the Trishla is not live.
He really needs to pick up something. Can he? It's another incantation. Is it the wrong one?
I haven't seen
it. It is.
Oh my god.
Quite unfortunate. He picks up the wrong incantation, and it will be...
He's still in.
Still in it. Yeah. Still in it. But tough.
Come on.
Can he get something? Let's see the mirror. Okay.
Mirror, okay.
It makes the incantation live at least, so there is still some hope.
Could he Trish? Oh. Yes.
Yeah, because now you get the incantation, and there is really not much that Dimitris can do. He was checking if the same name was in the graveyard, but now he gets to add the monster. And possibly...
That might be a Brionek, and maybe he's going to run into that Call by the Grave a second time.
Because now he can also use the candle in hand, right? So he can use both. So that he really needed to pick up the ritual spell.
Ah, there it is.
But once more the Call by the Grave will be used there.
Such a bad beat.
Yeah. Maybe a little too fast there, because the candle. Yeah, you can see Emilian being super frustrated there, and he's really gonna try and hope to stay alive. At least the incantations are there to protect him, but can he do something else? He does have that option, so still in it, but he cannot add another monster, so he will be forced to get back from the graveyard. Brionek maybe. He doesn't have it anymore, so Trish. And he goes for it.
Okay, he can go
so
Trishla.
Still amazing. Okay.
Level 9.
Trishula comes down for the first time in the match.
This one is very sweet.
Yeah, this one is.
And the Gizmek as well.
And he doesn't chain it.
Oh my god.
Crazy.
That's the thing, is that Trishla's effect is not targeting, so...
Absolutely, you cannot really do much about it. And now Trishula finally coming down. Emilian, frustrated by the Cold by the Grave, still finds the way around it, and now is in the lead for the first time in this game 3.
There's like a little under 6 minutes left.
Yeah. And he picks up a symbol, which is not that bad, but he can crush and get something. So there were definitely better draws, but also worse. So he's gonna work with what he has, and
it's really going back and forth.
Yeah. Especially because now the Dingirsu was banished, so he can't get that back directly. He will be forced to get back the Galatea and go for another one. Very close, but let's see what he banished with the Gizmek as well, because if he didn't banish like all of his return, for example, he can get the return, discard the Nightmare in his hand. Let's see. Does he have another target? He's thinking about, sends back the symbol. Does he still have something? He does have the return, so this is once more a huge comeback. So fantastic draw, symbol, really good pickup. Nice Yu-Gi-Oh match, nothing to say.
This is Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah,
going back and forth
at its finest.
I mean, this is fantastic.
Now Emilian's once more behind, and in a big life points lead. There are about 4 minutes remaining, which aren't that many, but I don't really see too many options. He really needs to pick up some spells here. If he gets an extravagance once more, we really need that miracle to stay alive.
Setting something. Could be permanence, maybe something, a bluff. Bluff, I guess.
Very tough, and now the Babel is still there, so he'll be able to just use all of his Orcust in the graveyard. It seems like for one more time that's over, because even here the second super polymerization is not live, and I don't think he's playing any other traps. The Sanctums are already gone, so...
He is ahead in life points, but... Yeah,
there is plenty of time. Ooh, the Sanctum comes down.
Oh
But,
my God.
I mean, it's a very exciting one, but is it going to be enough? I really don't think so. It's fun. This match still finding a way to surprise us, even though we thought it was going to be just like simple and be done with. Very, very entertaining one, and one of my favorites for this event right now.
Exactly. So there's only 3 minutes left.
Yeah.
He needs to do damage.
Also, a very big mistake would be, imagine if he mind controlled the incantation.
Exactly.
And then he shut down his own extra deck. Yeah. That could be a way to lose this one. Can he push enough damage though? It seems like maybe he once more got too excited. Okay, Armageddon Knight, solid one. And seems like he knows that the mind controller is gonna be a big mistake if he uses it there. Probably less than 10 cards remaining in his deck. Really a back and forth one, this game 3.
Much. Okay.
Okay, so he uses both Galatea. How can he find enough damage though? And he already used the Galatea to set the return this turn, so that won't be an option.
Clock has stopped, so...
Yeah. The clock stops because, of course, they are now having a little call about that, but shouldn't be anything too serious. And I think Emilian is still ahead here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
so
under 2 minutes.
Wow. I think, though, like Dimitris really should have thought more about the Phoenix. He went for it convinced that this was going to be game over, but now... Didn't he? Yeah, I think... Well, a draw stopped act.
Did he use already Gelati?
I thought, yeah, well, I was thinking about it because he got the return, but...
What was the previous turn?
It's they're playing very fast, so I thought he got to the return, then he used the, then he top decked the symbol, he crashed the, yeah, it was the previous turn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we
So
see the
now,
cycle.
unfortunately, still has the crescendo, and that's way too much. Yeah.
No. So
Very
unfortunate.
close yet so far. So close yet so far. Battle phase, and yeah, Emilian gotta bring out the handshake. Very, very nice match. Let's go back to us for the post-match discussion. Wow. Our hopes were so close. Of course, nothing personal to Dimitris.
No, of course.
Fantastic match for both of these guys, but that was the definition of Yu-Gi-Oh! Really, the ABC, I would say. Like, fantastic match going back and forth, using all of their cards and all of their passion, all of their heart in this match, but Nekroz still real.
And the thing is that, as you mentioned in the beginning, Nekroz got an extra piece back off of the Forbidden Unlimited list, being the Shuret, and Emilian is not running it.
Not even using it.
We have seen it maybe a couple of times, a Shuret or one Shuret in a main deck might help him out.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, Dimitris had the right answers, especially in game 3 with that well-timed call by the grave a couple of times. And of course, the impermanence. I mean,
I can't even think of that. Like, I'm pretty sure that once Emilian is gonna go back, he's gonna watch it, and that's gonna hurt. Because, like, unfortunately, once we had him on stream at the European Championship, he banished all of his herald. Now, in game 2, after winning very convincingly game 1, I gotta say, he managed to clear his opponent board and then plays a Vanity Ruler on the field. There was nothing his opponent could do. One impermanence was already banished. More than 30 cards remaining. He top decks the other one.
Heart of the cards.
Heart of the cards, I guess. And also, there was still an option to win that game. It was a crazy match. I don't know much to say. They were both proving their strength, both really good at improvising as well. Because Dimitris, no way he was expecting Nekroz, but he really knew what he was doing. In game 2, he immediately decided the Eradicators. Then in game 3, I was slightly skeptic about the Call by the Grave, but I think they won. the match for sure.
Pretty much, yeah.
They both won the match, and they're still, of course, discussing it. Anyway, they're live in this event, so they now X1. We're in round 6, which means 5-1. It's a pretty good score.
Yeah.
So it means that basically with 2 more rounds remaining today, you would probably just need to win only 1 to go to day 2, and then tomorrow with 3-1, probably you can go to the top cut.
Right.
Anyway,
right.
that was all for us. So we can just go back to JJ for the interview, but keep watching because there is a lot more action.
Now, thank you, Marcello. I am here with the round 6 winner, now currently undefeated. How are you feeling, man?
So this match was really strong. I mean, the deck he plays, the Nekroz one, I mean, it's kind of strong. If you don't know how to play against it at some point, like there are a lot of cards like Unicorn Trishula. They're not the same deck as it was back in 2015. It's really an amazing deck at some point. It can cut a lot of people off guard. So yeah, when I saw he was playing Nekroz, I was really scared at some point because I had some things in the side deck for him, but it's really strong either way. And this is kind of decks that they're really strong. You need to take care of them.
Okay, because I saw like in your last point of the game, basically, where he trished you, you used Ingrius on his monster to temper him out to the play. It was basically tit for tat. You basically trading a whole lot of resources with each other. That was a very engaging match. Did you have any moment or any doubt in during the match that, oh gosh, if he top decks like a good card or gets like a shred to tribute or gets like a good ritual spell, he'll be able to go off of there? Or did you think, okay, I just need to play my cards right, I need to play around my resources properly and maybe I might win this? Or
So yeah, but the thing is that every top deck he does, he would make it would be devastating at some point, like I said. So yeah, some cards he needs to have like at some point. They're really strong. You don't know every scenarios, and the resource point, yeah, it matters a lot.
okay, so putting a whole lot of dedication, a whole lot of time, a whole lot of effort, concentration, focus, playing a game properly. You showed a lot of those things. Thank you for coming on the stream. Thank you for playing for us. I wish you good luck in the next round. And there'll be more live coverage after this.